Hi, Venetia. My name is Justin.
Hi, Justin. I'm Anisha. Nice to meet you.
Me too. What brings you in here today?
Well, I am about to graduate, which I'm so excited about, but I just need to make a decision on whether or not to go on to the master's program. It's so demanding, so much to do, um, and I'm just not sure. But as a social worker, we don't make a whole lot of money with being a BSW. So I'm just kind of torn on whether or not I want to continue on or if I just stop right here. So that's why I'm here. I'm just conflicted.
Okay. Before I go any further, just want to let you know about some confidentiality rules. Um, Anything that you say will be in between us.
Okay.
But if you say anything that would be out of line, that would either harm yourself or harm others, I would have to report that.
Okay.
So,
All right.
what is holding you back from getting your master's degree? Or pursuing it, like the thought of it?
It's just, I feel like it's going to be so demanding. And what if it's hard? Or what if, when I started school, I never thought that I could get a master's degree. It was like for people that were super smart. So I don't know. I just don't feel like maybe I have what it takes, if that's the right term or phrase. So I don't know. I'm just kind of reluctant, and I guess I'm scared of failure. I don't want to do bad. So
Did you think about what it took? Did you think you didn't have what it took to get into a bachelor's degree?
I did, but it wasn't. I don't know. It didn't seem as difficult as going into the MSW program. Like to get into the BSW program, I went to community college first, transferred, got my associate's degree, and it was kind of like a natural progression. Where like the MSW program, you have to write this essay, you got to get all these references, which I guess we kind of had to do the same thing last semester, or I don't know, a couple semesters ago. But it just seems like you have to get accepted. It's not like a natural progression. You know what I mean? So I guess that's what's kind of making me think like, okay, what if I'm not accepted? Or maybe it's just the terminology that they use. So I'm just really reluctant.
So what you're saying is you in the bachelor's program, it was more you could just kind of ease your way in, but in the master's program, you have to um, be accepted, and you have to um, what's the word? It's more. It's just more serious than.
Yeah, that's how I feel. It's just more serious. It's like, oh, now it's time for me to be an adult because I'm going to do the master's program. You know what I mean? Where the bachelor's, it's like that's what everybody does. Well, not everybody, but people that are going to school, they get their 4-year degree and then that's it. But for the master's program, it's like not a whole lot of people continue on. So I feel like that's something special, but at the same time, it's like, do I really have what it takes to take that next step? So I really don't know what I'm afraid of. Like I'm going to graduate with honors. My GPA is pretty good. I had a 4.0 last semester. This semester, not so much, but I got a B in one of my classes. But my GPA is still high. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm scared of. I don't know. Maybe I just think I'm not good enough, like I was saying. So,
Well, what makes you think you're not good enough?
It's like I said earlier, I just feel like, oh, that's for really smart people. And it's like, I don't feel like I'm really smart, like I get by or I do the work or do what I'm supposed to do, but I just feel like that's for people that are just on a different level, I guess. Maybe I don't associate myself with that next level. So, yeah.
Well, you said to me that you have a good GPA. You're graduating with honors. I mean, that's more than the norm.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. So I never ever thought that I would graduate from college with honors. You know what I mean? So it's like it's definitely an honor. So, but I'm not sure about that next. I'm like, what if it's hard, or what if I can't do it, or what if I get a C? that's not the worst thing in the world. But
I think that you're not the only one that faces those kind of thoughts and those kind of struggles going into something that is hard.
yeah.
But thousands of people, millions of people have gone through it, and many, tons of people have gone through it and came out the other side, wondering why they beat themselves up.
Mm-hmm.
So, why do you, that's between my questions. How do you think you could get accepted into the master's program? What would that look like for you?
I just get the references, fill out or write the essay, turn everything in. And even, so I procrastinated, right? I was like, oh, I don't know. I was debating on whether or not to do the advanced standing, or do I want to just go directly into the master's program. And then after talking to some people, it's like, well, if you do the advanced standing, you can't really work. And that doesn't work for me because I have a family and, I have to take care of them. Like, I have to work. So I was like, well, maybe I'll just do the regular master's program. And then the deadline came. So I was like, I missed that. Can't do that. But then they extended it. So it was like, okay, is that like my second chance to apply? I don't know. I feel like I have all these opportunities to do it, but I'm just kind of scared. So if I were to do it, it's just a matter of doing it, Just stop second guessing myself and just do it. So
a lot of people that study human behavior say that facing something is the only way sometimes of overcoming it.
I can see that. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. And then it's like, okay, so once I do that, then what? I get into this program, and then, you know what I mean? Like, what if I hate writing? Absolutely hate writing. And I'm pretty sure that I have to write a lot. And it's not like these 4 or 5 page papers. It's like 10, 15 pages. I can barely write a 5-page paper. So I'm like, now I write a 20-page paper? I don't know if I can do that. I don't have that much to say. But I don't know. I guess I just have to, be ahead of everything, start studying and reading more. Just really put that extra time away. So I guess what it would look like for me is just doing it. Just really, if I make that decision to do it, commit to it, so.
What do you want to do with the master's program?
So I was very conflicted about what I wanted to do. When I originally started to go to school for social work, I thought that, maybe I want to work with CPS or whatever they're called now. And then I was like, not really that into kids, even though I have a bunch of them. But so I was like, well, I really want to do group homework. I was adopted when I was younger, and although it was by family, I was adopted by my aunt, and I still got to see my parents all the time. So it didn't really feel like adoption. But I still had a social worker who came to see me, and we talked all the time. But I thought about there are other kids that don't really get adopted. Like, where do they go? And so I always thought that I wanted to do something like that, like work in a group home for kids that are waiting on adoption, stuff like that. Now, I'm not really sure. I know in order to have a group home, you do need a master's, or you have to have someone on staff that has a master's, and then someone on staff that has, I think, a master's in business. So I'm thinking if I can get to that level, maybe I would open up my own group home. But I want to volunteer or intern at a place that does that first before I make that decision. And then, also there's the money. Social workers don't make a lot of money at the bachelor's level, so I could definitely use that extra credential to make additional money. So
That's cool.
yeah, I'm not going to school to not make any money.
So is that dream of yours or a goal, is that enough to push you through it, or are we looking for something more that you need to get through and to...
I think it's enough. So if I think about it, if I think about what what I want for me and my family, what I want to do for my community or people around me, I think it's enough, but I have to really think about it. Like, why am I doing this? And then once I remember and I'm like, you know what? I have an opportunity. Back in the day, African Americans didn't have this opportunity. Now I have it and I'm kind of reluctant to take it. So it's like, I really need to, I want to take the opportunity, but I just have to stop second guessing myself. So when I think about it, it's like, why are you even second guessing this? You need to just do it. So I guess thinking about it is what would ultimately make me do it.
Mm-hmm. Can you think of any, you've listed a lot of things why you might not be able to do it, but can you think of any kind of like strengths you have as a person, your character, your individuality, or your your education thus far? Your strong education where you've gotten honors and good GPAs. Can you think of anything that would kind of empower you to like push you forward into the masters?
So when I think about my strengths, I don't think about academics as being a strength for me, but I always think about like direct practice as being a strength. Like for instance, I volunteer with the crisis response team, but when I'm with clients, it feels so natural. Like I can talk to them, I can sit down with them, I'm not nervous, and it just feels so natural. And I think that that's definitely a strength because when it comes to direct practice, like I can do the work, but can I do the book work, behind the actual practice. So when I think about strengths, it's like I know what I'm doing, but just putting it onto paper is what makes me nervous. So that's definitely a strength is that I know what I'm doing, or at least I feel like I know what I'm doing. I don't know everything, but I just feel like when it comes to working with people and clients, I feel comfortable in that arena. And when you're comfortable with something, other people are comfortable when you're comfortable. So I think that that's a strength for me.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Now, that is what I think is the end result, of the masters. Because after you get your masters, you can work with clients and do all that fun stuff that you're good at.
Yeah.
The hard part is, getting accepted for one and then going through it. But I think you can do it.
I think I can. I'm just gotta check off all these negative vibes, and I think I can do it. Definitely gonna try. There is a conference, or I don't know what it is, like an informational type thing that they're holding. It's on Monday, I believe, and I've been debating like, do I go to it? Do I not go to it? But I feel like if I don't go to it, that'll just be another excuse. Like I don't know what to do. You know what I mean? So I didn't apply because I wasn't sure what steps to take. Whereas I have this open door to come to this conference. Even though I work, I can figure a way around it. But that'll be my first step. Maybe I'll go to the conference, get some information, and then just go from there.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how that works.
That's awesome. I think that's a really good plan. And I think, again, I just want to reiterate your strengths. You have great strengths working with people. You have a really good GPA. You're smart. You want to help people because you've been helped. And I just think that with that, I think you can thrive through the master's program.
Yeah, and I've talked to people that have gone through it. They're like, it's really not as hard as you think. I mean, that's what teachers are for. They're there to teach you, and if you get the right one, they should be helping you through the process, especially if you're struggling with something. So I know there's a lot of support there. I mean, we have a lot of support here at the school as far as like the writing center, things like that. So if I am struggling, there's resources out there. It's just a matter of wanting it enough to get up and go get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing.
No problem.
And good luck to you in your future endeavors.
Thank you.